Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our grand zonal rally. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get closer. We are about to commence. Let us get closer. Let us get closer. Let us get closer. We are ready to begin. Tonight is going to be another big night. Tonight is going to be another great night for the Dominica Labour Party. Let us commence as we get ready to sing the national anthem. Let's remain in reverence as we say the Lord's Prayer. O Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Please be seated. Labour! Able! Oh, let me hear the horns. Labour! Yes, tonight we are in Lover's Lane. And of course we bring love. We bring love to you with our winning candidate, Fenella Wenham, ladies and gentlemen. Labour! Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move straight into the program, and we're going to listen to a few solidarity messages. And at this point, I'm going to call on the former mayor, Mr. Vernon Daniel, to deliver some solidarity messages. Let us put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome Mr. Vernon Daniel, ladies and gentlemen.
Dodan, Ezola Dodan, Bon, Ezola, Portsmouth, Ezola, Zikak, Ezola, Chance, Ezola, Tibe, S. Zola. Picard. S. Zola. Glanvilla and Georgetown. Glanvilla and Georgetown. Jade Patatla. S. Zola. Jade Patatla. S. Zola. The potato vine, ladies and gentlemen, the potato vines have fruits. The potato vines have fruits. Jade Patatla, Ipawe. Stand up for me. Ladies and gentlemen, the sweet potato from the potato garden, Jade Patatla of the Dominica Labour Party, ladies and gentlemen. The sweet potato is ready. It is red, ready. Marjoan, granddaughter, Marjoan that used to make Rosie crab. It's crab kalaloo. Marjoan, a vine from the Jade Patat. The granddaughter, the root, the sweet potato is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, labor rights, Dominicans, Fenella Wenham is ready to serve. Labor! From Eoli Blah to Mike Douglas to Rosie Douglas to Ian Douglas and now the sweet potato, Fenella Wenham, ladies and gentlemen. The baton has been passed down to Fenella Wenham of the Dominica Labour Party. And so the choice is clear. In my mind, the choice is clear. I am voting for Fenella Wenham and the Dominica Labour Party on December 6, 2022. S. Zola. The choice is clear, ladies and gentlemen. The only choice, the best choice, is a choice for legacy. Legacy, ladies and gentlemen. Bravery, like Mike Douglas, standing up for the people of Chance. Ma Fifin, Modo, Ma Eliu, Labour, S. Zola. The best choice, ladies and gentlemen, labor rights, Dominicans, is a choice for advancing education and training for all our people. Rosie Douglas championed education for all our people. Labor! Ladies and gentlemen, I am Vernon Daniel. My knight is my grandmother. Mr. Knight is my grandfather. Zai is my grandfather. The best choice, ladies and gentlemen. Rosie Douglas, when he won in 2000, sent me to Cuba to study agriculture, ladies and gentlemen, education and training. Fenella Wenham is an educator. She's a teacher. She's a product of labor. She's a product of Rosie. She's a product of a legacy. Labor! The best choice is a choice for a better quality of life, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Douglas championed a better quality of life for all. George Tong, a brand new housing development and health center, ladies and gentlemen. Labor! Where's Sherrod? The best choice, ladies and gentlemen, is a choice for the Dominica Labour Party, for the Right Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit as the next Prime Minister for Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for Fenella on December 6, 2022. Fenella will continue to deliver on a better quality of life for all our constituents. Fenella is here to serve you, to bridge the gaps, to improve and to work hard. Pour travail, word, ladies and gentlemen, for the constituency and the country. Vote for Fenella, ladies and gentlemen, on December 6th. Vote for Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party to build Dominica today, tomorrow, and for the foreseeable future. Labour! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Labour! Oh yes, let us recognize our Prime Minister. Of course, we have many rallies, 2 rallies this evening, and he will be on early tonight so that he could meet the other rally in Point Mission, in Soufriere. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have anybody from Wesley? Wesley reach already? I noticed Mary got in the house. All right. What about Paybush? Paybush. What about Cottage? So apparently everybody here is from Portsmouth. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move to our next solidarity message. And this will come from Kerry Prince, the current mayor. Let us put our hands together for Kerry, the current mayor of Portsmouth. Ladies and gentlemen.
Labour! Labour! Labourites, good evening. Welcome to the Labour City, the heartbeat of Labour, my hometown, Glanville. And tonight, I am here to stand in solidarity with the Dominica Labour Party and our candidate, Fenella Wenham. Labour! Brothers and sisters, we must ensure that come December 6, 2023, when the buzzer stops and the voting has ended, Portsmouth constituency must be in the bag, and for none other than the Dominica Labour Party. Brothers and sisters, the Dominica Labour Party is still the best choice. Still the best choice to lead our country. Still the best choice to create a brighter future for us, the youth. Still the best choice to continue to bring development to the town of Portsmouth and to Dominica at large. Labour! Still the best choice because the Dominica Labour Party has listened to the voice of the Portsmouth constituency and continue to pledge its full support and its promises to us in the coming term. Portsmouth, this is our time. This is Labour time. The Dominica Labour Party is still the best choice because the Labour Party loves and cares for the less fortunate and the elderly, providing homes for them, caring for them through the Yes We Care and the NEP Care teams, and the monthly stipends given to ensure that they can take care of themselves. Isn't that love? Still the best choice, because in the midst of all the economic challenges, the Dominica Labour Party still strives to bring economic benefit to our businesses for their survival. Labour! Still the best choice, because we are concerned about our youth, ensuring we provide them with employment opportunities. Just check our newly opened Clare Harbour branch, the number of young people employed there, and many more through the Kempinski Hotel and many others. Still the best choice, because the Dominica Labour Party ensures that there is a university graduate in every home. And even look at it, the youth is there in solidarity with the Prime Minister to join the cabinet to govern our country. Labour! Still the best choice, because we ensure we support our small businesses, from farmers to fishermen and many more, through the assistance given, the concessions, and the delivery. The Dominica Labour Party stood with you along the way, from Erica to Maria, and even today with our day-to-day challenges. The Dominica Labour Party stood with you and continues to stand with you. And I know the Dominica Labour Party will continue to stand with you. So from housing to education to small business to farming to fishing to construction to employment, sports, healthcare, and much more, the Dominica Labour Party has invested in you and will continue to invest in you. Labour! So, Portsmouth Central, Glanville, Tebay, Zikak, Chance, Bon, Dodan. Let's put our eggs by the shoes. Let us ensure our party, the Dominica Labour Party, remains in power. Let's put aside our differences. Let's pledge our support and join hands with our leader, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, and channel our energy to ensure that our town and our country continues to succeed and to develop. Remember, the Dominica Labour Party is still the best choice.
Labour! Labour! Yes, yes, yes. What a sea of red. What a sea of red, ladies and gentlemen. Right about now, we're going to continue. Must say to you that we have a very packed program tonight, so we're going to take it short and sweet, ladies and gentlemen. Right about this time, we are going to invite Mr. Emmanuel Nanton. Mr. Emmanuel Nanton, a gentleman who has kept that CBI running all the way, ladies and gentlemen. A gentleman from Portsmouth. A gentleman who has done well, a businessman, ladies and gentlemen. Let us put our hands together and welcome with a strong round of applause, Mr. Emmanuel Nanton, ladies and gentlemen. Labour!
Labour is still the best choice. Brothers and sisters, good night to you. Good night to my fellow Labourites. Good night to the people who are visiting the Jardin Patat of Labour, Glanvilla. Brothers and sisters, it was in 1975 when Mike ran his first elections in Portsmouth. Mike ran his first elections in Portsmouth, and the saying goes, when the results came out from most of the other polling stations, Zikak, Portsmouth, Largo, etc., Mike was behind. And when Mike met his campaign team, they were sulky. And Mike told them, what are you sulky for? What happened to all you? They don't reach the Jardin Patat yet. And then they came, Mike said, let's have a drink. In only the way that Mike could to celebrate. And when the results of the Jardin Patat came out, Mike had a solid victory for Portsmouth for the first time. Labour! Labour! Brothers and sisters, the Jardin Patat is Glanvilla. And Glanvilla was the Jardin Patat because Labour delivered Glanvilla. Glanvilla was part of Geest Estates. And Labour took over the estates of Glanvilla and subdivided the land there by 50 square feet by 75 square feet and gave the land to the people of Glanvilla, 50 by 75 for $500. Does that sound familiar to you? In those days, Labour gave the people of Glanvilla the land at $500 for a housing lot. Then Labour went on to Picard and took more of the estate of Geese and gave it to the workers of Glanvilla at $1,200 per acre. Glanvilla was Geese Estate, Picard was Geese Estate, Glanvilla was Geese Estate, and the workers of Glanvilla got the land in Picard for $1,200 per acre, and increased further later by Eugene Charles to $1,500 per acre. That was Labour. Mike went on, and Mike surveyed 35 acres of land in Chance. He used a fellow called Logan, the son of Bolt and Peter in Zikak, to take 35 acres of land in Zikak in Chance and prepare to sell to the people. But before Mike could deliver the land, Labour lost power. And Chance stayed as it was. In subsequent governments, they sold the land of Chance to the people of Zikak and Portsmouth at $6 and then $7.50 per square foot until Labour came back. Roosevelt carried and Labour came back and gave the land to the people of Chance at $1 a square foot. $1 a square foot. So Labour then at land in Glanvilla, $500 per housing lot, continued under Roosevelt's carried the same thing. Membet, Mempuel. Membet, Mempuel. The work of Labour then continues as the work of Labour now. Labour is your party, and Roosevelt's carried and the Dominica Labour Party gave the people of Chance the land at $1 a square foot. The same way they gave the land to the people at Union Estate. The same way they gave the land in Fokole and so many other places. The principles of Labour stand strong today. My dear brothers and sisters, in Picard, the land in Picard was just their estate. So some people say that they don't know what happened. But if you were born in 2000 and you look now and you thought that Picard was always as it was, that is not true. Sapavwe, when I built my house in Picard in 1998, there were only 4 houses on that side of Picard. Only 4. In 22 years, Picard has become what it is today. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. Brothers and sisters, I am from Chance. My mother's house was the last house in Chance. Today, you see how big Chance is. You see how many streets Chance have. You see how many houses there in Chance. Nice, pretty, lovely houses. Before Labour came back in this term, that was not so. Chance was Labelle and Sukuya. Brothers and sisters, people who do not know say what they want. But when Mafayos grew up in Chance with me, all the roads in Zikak was dirt and tarish. All the roads in Glenville were dirt and tarish. Brothers and sisters, our streets in Portsmouth were hardly anything. In Lago, on the other side, where freedom won every single time. The toilet in Lago, we had pit latrine, communal pit latrine. 12 families sharing a single or cell pit latrine. Lago is today, because of labor, the houses in Cotton Hill was developed by Roosevelt Scarrett and the Dominica Labour Party. Brothers and sisters, labor is yours. Labor is our own. Labor care for you. Labor care for us. Labor is Portsmouth. When you go back to Georgetown and you see the 69 houses there, those are the work of the Dominica Labour Party. Superconet, Paddy Saule. Superconet, Paddy Saule. Labor is here. Labor is here. Labor is yours. Labor is ours. Brothers and sisters, it was the Dominica Labour Party that created the first secondary school outside of Roseau in PSS. That was labor then. Brothers and sisters, it was this Labour Party that came on and developed PSS to what it is now. When I went to PSS in fifth form, all of fifth form was in one classroom. And that classroom was the woodwork lab with all the wood, all the galvanized, all the tools, and all the students with big rats. That was PSS then. It's this PSS under Roosevelt Scarrett and Labour that make PSS what it is now. Brothers and sisters, when I grew up in Zikak, government school, we call it the lavabo. Government school was the lavabo. Roosevelt Logos Primary School now is a beacon for all to see. That is the work of labor. Brothers and sisters, when I grew up in Portsmouth, the park was Mang. Mang was a swamp. When we played cricket there, we lose our ball when we fall in the park. Glook. Ron Green and UWP told us to get the next place to put a park. Benjamin's Park now is the work of labor. Rosie, Scarrett, and the Dominica Labour Party. When I grew up in Portsmouth, we used to dump our garbage in a place we call Swamp or Crusher. You know where that is now? That is Kempinski. Kempinski Hotel was where they are now, is where we dumped our garbage. Brothers and sisters, labor delivered Kempinski for the people of Portsmouth and the people of the North. That is the work of labor. Labor is developing the Marriott Hotel. The world's largest chain hotel is being done right here in Portsmouth at Picard. That is the work of labor. Brothers and sisters, Secret Bay won many world awards, and that too is the work of labor. And Secret Bay will have 42 villas. At present, they have only 15, but they have 93 people full-time employed at Secret Bay. Kerry mentioned that Clay Harbour is right here in Picard, and Clay Harbour has 300 employees right now. And as we speak today, Clay Harbour is developing another building in Picard to employ another 300 young people of the North. That is the work of labor. Brothers and sisters, the time is short, and the Prime Minister has to speak to go just now. But I am telling you that there is no party that cares about Portsmouth, no party that cares about the North as the Dominica Labour Party. There are so many other things to happen and will happen. The new incoming Parliament will speak of them. But I am telling you, when you want to speak of Portsmouth, when you want to speak of the North, when you want to speak of our people, you speak of the Dominica Labour Party. Good night. Thank you very much.
We shall not be, we shall not be moved. We shall not be, we shall not be moved. Just like the trees that planted by the waters.
Labour Party shall not be moved. Whoa, 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 whoa! How you feeling? Labour! Who we voting? Who we're going to move straight to it. At this time, we're going to bring you some entertainment because we have the Booyah Bus in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Booyah Bus, and we're going to bring on at this time to entertain you. Eso! Eso!
Liberate! Liberate! You see this yet? When I see labor, I see victory. I see 5 more years, I see history. When I see labor, I see victory. Roosevelt carries for the country. We full of votes. Over 50,000 votes. We full of votes. Listen, you see labor with a Frederick. How can you come to a red fest? I don't expect for you to get wet. Take it low, take it low, take it low, take it low. When I say labor, you say labor, labor. If you vote in December 6th and the rain cannot stop you from voting, all the people with the umbrellas do this, do this, do this. Labor, 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 labor. We voted December 6th. The Dominica Labour Party. Mix me up now. You see me? I don't mean what I have for what I don't yet see. I don't mean who I love to vote for nobody. You see Labour rights? We love our Labour Party. We love our Labour Party. Ooh. If you vote in December 6th for the Dominica Labour Party, put your umbrellas in the air! One, let's go to read them. Two, let's go to read them. 1, 2, under the red, under the red. I don't even what I am, for what I don't yet see. Not Roosevelt scare it. I don't even who I love. You see this year, December 6th. I love my Labour Party. I love my Labour Party. I ain't voting for nobody. I ain't voting for nobody. Carretta in the back, Lakia in the back, Fenella in the back, and the standard of the man. Carretta in the back, Fenella in the back. Labour! 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 Labour!
Still,
The red cannot stop Labour. You know why? You can talk and make your noise. Labour is the best choice.
Scream until you lose your voice.
Labour is the best choice.
Go and we get a voice.
Labour is the best choice. Housing revolution. National Employment Program. Universal education.
Development in the nation.
UCPM.
Scared?
We can't change our Prime Minister. Labour is the best choice. You love your PM? If you love your PM, everybody say 1, 2, let's go. Labour is the best choice.
You can talk and make your noise.
Labour is the best choice.
Scream until you lose your voice.
Labour is the best choice.
Go and we get a voice.
Labour is the best choice.
But yeah, give me labor
Every day.
every day. For the bourgeois and the
The
Malay way.
man people.
Yeah,
Look, the airport's on its way.
you know what?
Geothermal energy. Stability is key. Only one Prime Minister for Dominica. Labour is the best choice. Before we go, Labor is the best choice. Laborize. If you vote, do this. Do this. Do this. Do this.
DJ Shield, the boy look with him.
You see Roosevelt Spirit, the best prime minister. Let's go. Check it. Love, I love you. Take a look, take a look. When I say labor, you say labor. When I say Roosevelt, you say Roosevelt. If you vote in December 6th, on the counter free, we taking a jump. Do this. Do this. Do this. 1, get ready. 2, get ready. 1, 2, you love your PM. Let's go, dude. Love you, Labor.
Let it go for the booyah bus. Eso! Wow, wow, wow. Right away, while the spirit is high, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move to leadership time, ladies and gentlemen. Leadership time, ladies and gentlemen. Labor! Labor! Yes, yes, yes. We are going with our formidable leader, ladies and gentlemen. Our dynamic leader, our transformational leader, ladies and gentlemen. There is no other than Roosevelt Scarrett, ladies and gentlemen. Let us put our hands together. Let us make a noise and welcome our Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen. Labor!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to be in Glanville here tonight. I want to say to you very clearly that I fully endorse the candidacy of Fenella Wenham for the Portsmouth constituency. I have absolutely no doubt that she will do well for the people of the Portsmouth constituency. And I want to say to all of you, the residents and voters of the Portsmouth constituency, that she shall have my absolute support and backing to implement the many programs and plans to benefit the people of this great constituency. Portsmouth has been good to Labour, and Labour has been good to Portsmouth. I give you the assurance, ladies and gentlemen, that in this new term, you will see even more investments being made in the constituency of Portsmouth. You will see us constructing many, many homes across this constituency. And one of the components of this housing program will be the future housing program that will be built at Cotton Hill on lands owned by the government that will be sold to young people and young professionals at a reduced rate to allow them to be able to own their own homes. I know there are many families in this constituency who are waiting for their home. I am saying to you tonight that with God's help, we will reach you very soon, ladies and gentlemen. A lot has been done in Portsmouth, but we'll all agree a lot more needs to be done in Portsmouth. And Fenella Wenham will continue from the foundation set by Ian Douglas. And she will continue the revolutionization of Portsmouth. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we want to ensure that we get a resounding victory on December 6th. As I have said on many occasions, not voting cannot be an option in this election. Voting is a choice each of us must make, but we always have to make the right choice. We cannot sit back and say that Labour has won and I'm not voting. It is absolutely important that every vote is counted in this constituency and that the entire constituency says to Fenella Wenham, you have our support. Go ahead and do the work that you are to undertake. And so it's important for us to go out and vote on election day. Very important. And we're counting on this great constituency to come out in large numbers to vote for Fenella Wenham. And ladies and gentlemen, as part of the national reset that we have spoken about, one of the things that will happen in the town of Portsmouth is that we shall upgrade Portsmouth into a proper municipality. As it is now, we have council election like we have village council election. But Portsmouth is a town. And then all those who won come together and they select a mayor. In this new term, we will have special elections to vote for a mayor in the town of Portsmouth, separate from the elections of the councillors. And that mayor shall have a full-time job, so we can delegate a number of things that central government does in the town to that Portsmouth Town Council, ladies and gentlemen. All in the process towards embracing all of the entities within the country and within the constituency to help in advancing the cause of the people in this constituency. As I've said, we've done a lot for Portsmouth, but a number of projects. You know, we have to do the indoor basketball court, and that indoor basketball court will be named after a man who has contributed so much to basketball, Bloaters. That facility will be named after Bloaters. We'll also build a netball court, and that will be named after a lady who has contributed so much to Portsmouth, Cynthia Joseph, who taught us at the Portsmouth Secondary School. And I'm saying to you all of this, ladies and gentlemen, because the contracts have been signed for these facilities. And of course, we'll be building a major government complex, because the reality is Portsmouth is the capital of the north of Dominica. And so we'll be building a massive facility here, an edifice that will house all of government offices into one building, uplifting the landscape of Portsmouth. Ladies and gentlemen, we spent in excess of $2.5 million to provide accommodation for Clare Harbour to move to Portsmouth, to open a branch in Portsmouth. As we speak today, Clare Harbour has 300 people employed at that facility in Portsmouth. And they have said to me that they can increase that to 800 once they can get people to employ under that facility, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we lost Ross, unfortunately, but we will have a university back in Portsmouth come 2023 when we will see the first set of students back in Portsmouth. So the Lord is blessing us with a new university that will replace Ross University for us here. We cannot not vote and expect to be part of the process of building if we're not part of the process of voting. We cannot want to have a better Portsmouth constituency if we sit on the fences. This is not a time for us to allow differences among ourselves to prevent us from coming to the polls to vote. This is not a time for us to say, well, Labour has won already, we have 6 seats, and we must win Portsmouth, so I'm not voting. No, your vote must be counted. Because you're voting for your children. Your children cannot vote, so you're making a decision for them, for their future. And nobody can contest the fact, ladies and gentlemen, No one can contest the fact that Labour Party is the best choice for Dominica. The best choice for Dominica. For us to appreciate what Labour has done for this country and for this constituency, we have to go back to 2000 when Labour took over this country. Every single road in Portsmouth constituency was in a bad shape. The road to the health center where the Rodneys live, I used to go to PSS, that was completely mud, clay. We used to drive on. And all Labour had to build this country from ashes to what it is today. Ensuring that our children have access to education. Ensuring that they have the means of the access to education. These are the things that Labour has delivered to the people of this constituency in Dominica. And so when we told you that stability is key, you saw what happened, for example, in the Workers' Party convention. Electing a guy, a brand new used car as a leader of the UWP. No place for young people. Zero interest in young people. And we as parents, once we have children, we stop living and we're living for our children. Everything we do is for our children. And you need to ensure that you have a government in office that not only cares about you as parents, but very importantly care for your children and will provide for your children. And nobody can question that Labour has provided for the children of Dominica and will continue on that legacy of providing for people. And you know who your friends are, not when things are going well for you. It's when things go bad, who is standing here in this country.
It's my PM family. Labour's still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise.
When hurricane hit, ladies and gentlemen, before hurricane, everybody wants to be prime minister. Everybody wants to be prime minister of Dominica. When they see how Maria mash up Dominica, nobody wanted to be prime minister anymore. The only person who stood up and said, I will continue the task, was Roosevelt Skerritt, ladies and gentlemen.
Labour's still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise.
And see how we have transformed the country. See how we have rebuilt the country. A country that was destroyed completely by the hurricane. So you know people care about you when things are bad in this country. And no matter how people put it, whatever questions they ask, whatever they say, they will come down to the answer, Labour's still the best choice for Dominica. Because with Labour, you know that there's stability, ladies and gentlemen. When COVID hit, we were all afraid, but people knew that they had Labour in government and their hearts were in peace, knowing that Labour will keep the people of Dominica safe. And that's what we did. So we have a number of good reasons to go out and vote on election day. Voting for the future of Dominica. The many things that we have done for senior citizens in this country. For senior citizens, we must protect that. The investments we have made. There is no government that has ever built any house in Portsmouth for us. None in the Vickers constituency. None in Paybush, none in Cottage, except the Dominica Labour Party. And we will continue, ladies and gentlemen, to do just that for the people of this country. So I'm here tonight to say to you, my friends from Portsmouth, that we have to be counted. We have to be counted on election day. That we have to go out and vote for Fenella Wenham. She left her job at PSS, not looking for a job. She's here to serve the people of the town of Portsmouth. To work with you, to make life better for every single family in this constituency. I know the issues very well in Portsmouth, ladies and gentlemen. And we shall continue to work with you, to address those issues. But we need to ensure first that we go out to vote. If we want better, we have to go out to vote and vote on December 6th. So this is my simple message to you, ladies and gentlemen, that we are campaigning on two fundamental themes. Labor is still the best choice, and stability is key. When the storms are raging, you want to know that you have a captain who is sound and solid and who will lead the ship, guide the ship to safe ground. And that is what Labour has been providing to this country for the last 22 years. There is no party in this country that cares for Dominica more than the Dominica Labour Party. There is no party in the history of Dominica that has done more for Dominica than the Dominica Labour Party. There is no party that has done more for agriculture than the Dominica Labour Party has done for agriculture. There is no party in our history that has done more for education than Labour has done for education in Dominica. There is no party that has done more for health care in Dominica than Labour Party has done for health care in Dominica. No matter what the subject is, ladies and gentlemen, Labour has done more than all governments put together. All.
The party shall not be moved.
Because we are a party that cares for people. And I've said to you, ladies and gentlemen, and when I say these things to you, I mean it sincerely. These same things I want for myself and my family, my children, I want for you and all your children. The same thing. This is why we continue to work hard, even under trying and difficult circumstances, to provide for you. But I need your support on December 6th. I need you to give me a strong mandate on December 6th to continue what we have been doing for you, the people of Dominica. And so let us join hands and hearts and minds on December 6th and go out and put our X next to the shoe, ladies and gentlemen, and let the world know that the masses of Dominica are behind the Dominica Labour Party. I know we have the masses' support. I know that the vast majority of Dominicans are supporting Labour. But it's important for you to go out on election day to vote for the Dominica Labour Party. And let us continue the work that we've been doing. We give you a commitment that will work even harder next term to deliver to you, the people of this constituency, and Dominica as a whole. So I want to thank you for the courtesy of listening to me. I have to travel now to Soufriere to speak to the next meeting that's going on now. But let us continue to work together. And let us go out on election day, December 6th, very early. Let us go with our entire family and vote, put our X next to the shoe, next for progress and prosperity and peace in this country, ladies and gentlemen. So Labour all the way, and Fenella Wenham all the way, ladies and gentlemen, on December 6th. Let us give the young lady the mandate that she needs to advance the cause of the people of this constituency. She wants to know that she has the support of all of you on election day. That the plans that she has and she'll articulate tonight, all of which I am endorsing, all of which we'll work together with her to achieve for the people of Portsmouth. She wants to know that she has your support. And she has it. The only way she can confirm that she has it by putting the X on election day next to the shoe, ladies and gentlemen. So hold strong. We have work to do. We have a country to build. We have a youth to mold. But rest assured that Labour Party shall be equal to the task as we have always been over the last 22 years. Because no matter what you say, no matter what questions you ask, which questions you ask, you will come down to one conclusion, that Labour is still the best choice for Dominica. Thank you very much. God bless you. Love you very much. See you soon. Thank you.
If I had a chance to live my life again, without pretending I would tell you plain, I've made a lot of mistakes in this life I would like to change. But of all the things that I hold dear to me, one is being born and raised in this country.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, PM, for those kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue with the program. And at this point, we want to bring on another strong woman. We want to bring on a strong woman in labor, ladies and gentlemen. A lady, a humble woman, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, let us bring on Honorable Rosalind Paul, ladies and gentlemen. Rosalind Paul. Rosalind Paul, ladies and gentlemen.
People of Paybush, Benz, Anzime, Viecas, Penville, Portsmouth, and especially Granville. I greet you, a pleasant evening to you. You know, the Portsmouth constituency, I think, has always seen the light. They saw the light when we were not seeing the light. They always voted Labour. The Portsmouth constituency, they understood that Labour was the party who would represent the issues of the underprivileged people, who would transform lives and who would improve the quality of life of the Dominican people. And in non-certain terms, the Dominica Labour Party, through its policies and programs, have delivered and has proven itself to improve the lives. You heard of so much that the Dominica Labour Party, our Labour Party, has done in the north and around the country. In fact, we can say that our Dominica Labour Party is the party for education, is the party of education. It is the only party that ensures that Zanfa Malewe can go to school. It is the only party that ensured that every child had a seat at the secondary school through universal secondary education. And not only that, you may have the secondary school, but if you cannot afford, you cannot access the school. Gone are the days when children would have to walk to school. I walked to school from Paybush to Portsmouth, Duvanjou. Wake up 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock, so we could walk to school. The Labour Party ensured that transportation is provided for our children to get to school, protected, safe, and on time. Not only that, our children get to school looking good. We provide all the necessary resources so that your child, my child, everybody's child can go to school in proper uniforms, with the required books, with everything, with a good pair of shoes, not one that is squeezing, not one that might be a sunshine shoe and have a hole under that it wets. We suffered that. But through our loving Prime Minister, he makes sure that no child suffers this way and goes to school properly attired and in good condition, with good condition. Further, I say it is a Labour Party for education. We ensure that our children can pursue their educational dreams up to tertiary level. Through college, it was this Labour Party who established the Dominica State College. And not only that, who ensures that every child can go to college by paying the tuition. Parents have no tuition to pay. Every child who is qualified can get into the Dominica State College. And further, we provide transportation allowance to assist the children. So if this is not a party for the underprivileged, a party for education, you tell me. And not only that, this is the party that makes sure that Zafa Malewe can go university too. We are providing every year millions are spent to ensure that our children can get to the various universities within the region, in the United States, in China, in Cuba, the Caribbean, so that they can be empowered. That is how you can empower youth to provide for themselves, to provide for their family, and to contribute to the development of our nation. This is the government, this is the party for the elderly, for the youth. This is the government that ensured we put in place the Yes We Care to provide needed care for our elderly right at the home. Labor, this is also the party that ensured that our people all over Dominica are engaged under the National Employment Program, a program that ensures that so many have a daily bread, a program that ensures that people can feed their families. People can go into the little shop and contribute so that you create more economic activity. A program that has ensured that you can contribute to a clean and serene community environment. A program that ensures it instills a sense of pride in you. So many families in every community in Dominica benefits from the National Employment Program. Just imagine what it would be like for many families without the National Employment Program. This is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. And we know what we have, and we are going to keep the Dominica Labour Party in office. This is also the party that ensured it eradicated user fees at the hospital and instead ensured that those under 18 and those under above 60 and above receive free hospital services. You cannot be turned away. And this removed a burden on families, a burden on our elderly, a burden on the people you could depend on. So not only does that benefit the individuals, but it benefits those they would be depending on. It's a party also that ensures that we have five-star hotels right here in Portsmouth. We have the five-star hotel Kempinski. We have the one being developed in, the Marriott being developed in Picard, and which has provided employment not only for you people in Portsmouth, but for the entire North and the wider country. First time in Dominica, we have five-star hotel development like this. This is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. So in that way, we are looking, it's a government that is for the social and economic development of the country and its people. And we heard already of the Clear Harbor employing 350 people and the intention to expand and employ more. So this is a party, and we can go on tonight, that this Labour Party is the party of education, is the party of social development, is the party of healthcare, and we must mention housing. It is the party of housing. This is the only government that has ensured that we have strong and resilient homes for many who would not have been able to face a bank, to even keep a conversation, furthermore, to ask for a mortgage loan. But many are housed in safe shelters through the provision of housing for its people, especially the underprivileged. But not only that, the Labour Party has succeeded in bringing down the interest rates for those who can face the bank. So we have provided for all strata of society. Those who cannot go to the bank, those with low income who can go to the aid bank or through government housing, and those who can go to the other institutions and because of government program, enjoy a lower interest rate. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. And so, with these few examples, and we can go on and on talking about what has happened for us in Dominica, through the work of the Dominica Labour Party, a caring and loving party under the stewardship of the Honorable Prime Minister. So I do not need to say, but I will say it, that on the 6th of December, wake up early, drink your coffee if you drink coffee, or your tea if you drink your tea, or nothing at all. But find yourselves at the polls very early and go and put your X by Miss Fenella Wenham and the Dominica Labour Party. Fenella is a teacher. I was a teacher too. And it's natural for teachers to care and serve people. She has been involved in community work, and I know she will do her best to represent you. So without any doubt, as you have been doing in Portsmouth, you saw the light before us. You saw the light before people like me who used to say Labour powder, but I now say Labour power! Labour! So go and put your X by the Dominica Labour Party for continued development of this country, for provision of an improved quality of life for you, your family, and the entire community in Portsmouth and every community in Dominica.
Yes, yes. Labour! Oh, yes, man. Let's get the energy. Where is the horns? What? One horn? Where are the horns? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing. We are continuing. Are you ready to vote? Are you ready to vote? Are you ready to vote for Fenella? Are you ready to vote for Labour? Oh yes, we're ready to vote. We're ready to vote. And we are going out in our numbers come December 6th and put our X by the shoes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. From one strong woman to a strong woman. From one strong woman to another strong woman, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the young lady is so strong that everybody afraid to contest, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, yes, and right now, she is declared as the next parliamentary representative of the Baybush constituency. Only 23 years. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Lakia. Lakia, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Lakia, ladies and gentlemen.
You can talk and make your noise. Labour still the best choice. Scream until you lose your voice. Labour still the best choice. Go and get a voice. Labour still the best choice. Housing revolution. National Employment Program. Universal education. Development in the nation.
Labour! Baybush in the house. Ben's in the house. Calibishi in the house. And the men and soldier in the house. But most importantly, Posse! Good evening, Laborites. And a very special and a warm welcome to each and every one of you present here this evening. To Miss Fenella Wenham, good evening. We are moving forward with labor. We are going forward with labor. We are forging ahead with labor. We are going to continue to develop dynamic Dominica with the Dominica Labour Party. For whatever, ladies and gentlemen, to be very honest with you, the Dominica Labour Party is the only choice. Fenella Wenham is the only choice. We know her, we have seen her, and we all love her. New leadership and young leaders have been trending. In the Caribbean, if you have been following politics keenly, the crop of politicians currently serving are well within the average range of 50 years and under. Some of the familiar faces that have been around as prime ministers, presidents, and other leaders have made their way or have made way for a more passionate, energetic, committed, and visionary generation. We are change makers and problem solvers. The Prime Minister of Grenada, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, 44, was elected as the leader of the NDC in 2021. And in a snap election in 2022, he became the Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister, at age 32, became the Prime Minister of Dominica. I am 23, and I'm the parliamentary representative of the Paybush constituency. So do not fear, do not be afraid, and have no doubt. Do not doubt the intelligence and the impeccability of the calculated decision to allow us, the future of Dominica, to lead and serve the people. And right here in the Portsmouth constituency, once again, you have one of the best representatives. She grew up right here in Glanville and has been a teacher for 19 years. The secretary of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Cadet Corps, the National Youth Council, Red Cross, just name it, Wenham was in it. Ever present and always willing to assist in various respects and capacities. Laborites, Wenham is here to represent you, and I have no doubt that she will do just that. The Dominica Labour Party, again, is the only choice. The Dominica Labour Party continues to ensure that our people, all our people, come first. And we will ensure that we continue to improve the circumstances of our people in good times and in bad times. We continue to ensure that our people are empowered, independent, and well taken care of. We continue to ensure that the health and wellness of our people are up to standard and improve as the years progress. We continue to ensure that our people, both young and of age, are educated. From preschool to postgraduate and skills training to adult education, the Dominica Labour Party continues to ensure that as a people, we have equal and undiscriminatory access to all levels of education. We ensure that public and private sectors are taken care of and well positioned to serve the people of Dominica, to foster business, facilitate investment, and deliver impeccable service to the people of Dominica. We continue to house our people, especially the youth, elderly, and vulnerable. And of course, it would be totally remiss of me to not mention the focus and attention on the sporting sector, agriculture, tourism, small business development, and the digital economy, as they all go hand in glove, the real economic drivers of the economy. Laborites, I believe that you should know at least 6 things about the Dominica Labour Party. The party was formed in 1995. The DLP has never lost an election in the Portsmouth constituency. The symbol of the party is the shoe. The color of the party is red. The motto of the Dominica Labour Party is all shall eat and Labour is the only choice. Laborites, the time is now. The time is now to stand up and stand out for the Dominica Labour Party, as we have always done in the past. And we are stronger now than we have ever been. The symbol is the shoe. The color is red. The candidate is Miss Fenella Wenham. The constituency is Portsmouth. And on December 6th, we are going to give the Dominica Labour Party the official mandate to take Dominica to the next level.
Labour still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise. Labour still the best choice.
Pebush, unfortunately, we do not have to vote. Unfortunately, we do not have to vote. But in Portsmouth, we're going to vote for Fenella Wenham. Laborites, for whatever. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise. Labour still the best choice. Scream until you lose your voice. Labour still the best choice. Go and get your voice. Labour still the best choice.
Labour! Wow. We Papa body look red. I am seeing a sea of red. Is now the Marigot people reach? Where our Marigot people? Yes, right now, that's right. Anybody from Portsmouth? Anybody from Pebush? Look a lovely night, ladies and gentlemen. The program must continue. At this point, we're going to give you some entertainment because we have another Booyah champion in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Let us put our hands together and welcome Rio, ladies and gentlemen.
You put on Labour and you know it's a Labour. You put on Labour and you know it's a Labour. You put on Labour and you know it and you really want. You put on Labour and you know it. 1, 2, everybody start to jump. Hey, boom. I put on, right. I put on Labour. Yeah, so Labour we voting.
Theaters coming.
Hospitals coming. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, bloody right now. I put on, yeah. I put on Labour. Tell that to my auntie, my sister, even the neighbor. I put on, why? I put on Labour. Tell that to my auntie, my sister, even the neighbor. Why? He put on, yeah. She put on. All the pots no put on. Pebush put on. Bad issue, let me hear you. 5 more years. Bloody on. To the bone. We Labour to the bone. To the bone. We Labour to the bone. Yeah. No. Yo, we don't put her inside there, man. We don't put her inside there. Listen to that. Glanville, we put her. Chance, we put her. Zikak, we put her. Picard, we put her. The whole of Posse, we put her. Let me see you put your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put her. Why? I put her Labour. Tell that to my auntie, my sister, even the neighbor. I put her. Why? I put her Labour. Tell that to my auntie, my sister, even the neighbor. He put her. She put her. They put her. Hey, to the X. By the shoe. 5 more years. Yeah. Hey, to the bone. We Labour to the bone. Let me see you to the bone. We Labour to the bone. Labour to the bone. We put her. We put her. We put her. Bloody on. We put her. We put up. We put up.
We voted Labour. The hotels coming. Hospital coming. Even airport coming.
Yeah. So Labour we voting.
The hotels coming.
The airport coming.
Even airport coming.
1, 2, 3, 4. I put up. Low.
I voted Labour.
Listen to me. You see December 6th, Portsmouth. There is no other choice than Labour. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, Labour is the best choice. You understand? Fenella Wenham is the best choice. There is no other choice. You understand? Labour is the best choice. Let me hear you, Labour is the best choice. Let me hear you, Labour is the best choice. Let me hear you, 1, 2, 1, 2. I tell you, Labour is the best choice. Jump, bloody and no, Labour is the best choice. Wait, bloody and no, Labour is the best choice. Let me see you, Labour is the best choice. Lucky is the best choice. Fenella is the best choice. December 6th. December 6th, we put in the X by the show. Yeah, I tell you, 1, 2, bloody on, 1, 2, 1, 2. I tell you, Labour is the best choice. Labour is the best choice. Yeah, you done already. Okay, boom. December 6th, Lorry Boss. December 6th, people of Portsmouth, the whole Posse community, the whole North. Labour still the best choice. Fenella Wenham is the best choice. December 6th, you don't feel like I don't vote in. You understand? That is the best choice. That is somebody that leave their job to come and stand up for the people of Portsmouth. Make sure you put the X by the shoe. December 6th. You done already from your boy. Okay, boom. Representing and endorsing Fenella Wenham. I'm sorry. Okay, boom. Yes, sir.
If you poto, let me hear you say, Labour. If you labor to the board, let me hear you say, Labour. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my next speaker is a poto Labour. My next speaker is Labour to the bone. My next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, has ensured that many of our people in Dominica have safe and resilient housing, ladies and gentlemen. My next speaker is from a constituency next door. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest men in politics. And if you give him a strong round of applause, he is going to sing for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let us put our hands together for the Honorable Reginald Ostray, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I owe it all to you. I owe it all to you. My victories and my triumphs too. I give it all to you. Thanks to all those who supported me, those who opposed and who challenged me. You forced me to bring out the best in me. Whoa, whoa. I owe it all to you. In all that I've been through. Now I have to go. Say goodbye to Calypso, and you is the hardest thing I ever do. I owe it all to you. That's why I wanna say thank you, boy.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I owe it all to you. Even those of you who criticized me, you brought out the best in me. Because through your criticism, I learned a lot. And I was able to deliver to the best of my abilities after 30 years. I want to say a special thank you to the residents of the Cottage constituency for having tolerated me for 30 years and more. But more importantly, I want to say thank you to the residents of Lagon in particular, because Lagon and Portsmouth share a very common history, a common culture, a common expectation. And we have solidified the Cottage constituency to the extent that nobody dare run against us in the Cottage constituency. And that is why On November 18th, there was a no contest, brothers and sisters. And they thought about it. There are about 4 or 5 names who talk about running independent. But once we launch our candidate, they disappeared in thin air, brothers and sisters. Once the labor train came down, they all disappeared, brothers and sisters. That is the legacy of the cottage constituency that we have created. And we have given you a young man, a professional man, a top public officer, who I have said many times will give you much greater representation than I have given you over the last 30 years, brothers and sisters. And you wonder why I'm so young and I'm leaving. But in politics, you have to know when to hang up your gloves, brothers and sisters. It's like a good farmer. When you have your tree, you need to know when to prune the tree so it will make new shoots and new branches and new fruits, brothers and sisters. And so, it was time to prune the tree of the cottage constituency. And out of that tree came a branch, a new fruit that the cottage constituency will continue to enjoy for a very long time. Brothers and sisters, I cannot stand here on this platform if I do not give thanks to the outgoing Parrep for Portsmouth for the tremendous job that he has done in keeping the spirit of labor alive in the tongue of Portsmouth.
Labor Party shall not be moved.
And you can say what you want about Ian Douglas, but Ian Douglas has proven to be one of the most dynamic politicians in Dominican politics today, brothers and sisters. But what I remember Ian Douglas for is during COVID-19, Ian Douglas and his team saved hundreds of lives in this country. Because had it not been for the COVID hospital built by Ian and the boys of Portsmouth, many of us would have not survived COVID-19. And that is why Haïtien me dit dans les blancs. Elle va passer à dire, Ian pas fait ça, il te paie pour Guantans. Elle va tout ça, il pas ça faire. But Ian gave the tongue of Portsmouth positive representation at every level, brothers and sisters. But there is a saying that goes, a king is never honored in his own country. And that is a saying that we'll continue to hear as long as we live. But as long as your conscience is clear, you will admit that Ian has made his contribution and is passing the baton on to a very powerful young lady, Fenella Wenham. Brothers and sisters, what will separate us from them is our dynamic leadership. The leadership that we have given this country from 2000 when we got into government. Rosie Douglas was a formidable leader, but as fate would have it, he did not survive that long. Pierre Charles was a formidable leader, but as fate would have it, he succumbed very early. May his soul rest in peace. And they gave us a little master that many of us here as Labour doubted his ability to move the country forward. And today, I can say to you, and you will attest, that Roosevelt Skerrit has been one of the most formidable leaders this country has ever seen, brothers and sisters.
Labour Party shall not be moved.
And he has indicated that he has left time less in politics than what he ever had of him. I cannot see a Dominica without Roosevelt Skerrit. The contribution that he has made to our young people, to our senior citizens, to the country, we will miss Roosevelt Skerrit whenever he decides he's leaving. And so this election is for and about Roosevelt Skerrit. If that is a farewell election, then let us give him the biggest farewell that he would have ever received in his lifetime. The biggest gift that he would have received in his lifetime. Because Roosevelt Skerrit has taken this country from the bottom to the very top in the region and in the world by extension. Brothers and sisters, Roosevelt Skerrit, and we're going to talk. I don't want to talk about the opposition because we don't know what that is. Because at a time when this country needs all the help it can get, they have decided to stay away from this election. But the trick is that while they stay away as United Workers' Party, they have sent a bunch of workers to run independent in certain constituencies. Tonight, when I left the East, there was Thompson Fontaine, there was Frio Coffee, there was Sikiri supporting the independent candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, let us not take this election for granted. Let us not make joke with this election, because this election will decide whether Dominica swim or whether Dominica sink, brothers and sisters. The programs that we have in place for the development of this country can only be delivered by Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party.
It's my PM family. Labour's still the best choice. Talk and make your noise. Choice. Scream until you lose your voice. Labour's still the best choice. Go ask the ghetto boy. Labour's still the best choice. But yeah, give me Labour every day.
And you here in Portsmouth have sacrificed for too long. Have sacrificed for 50 years, waiting for this opportunity for you to shine. And now your light is coming. You cannot miss that opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. You, the people of Portsmouth, have made a solid contribution to the development of Dominica. And you have been asking, when is your turn? I want to say to you that your turn is now. Your turn has come, and you must do everything to embrace it, brothers and sisters. And you can only embrace it by giving your full support to Fenella Wenham. And let me tell you something about that. The Labour Party have the full confidence in our young people. Last election, when Roosevelt Skerrit changed about 8 candidates, we were worried. And these candidates have been proven to be some of the most dynamic candidates in the country. Our young people, we have trained them. We send them to school. We educate them. We gave them jobs, preparing them for the future. The future is here, brothers and sisters. 23 years, 30 years, 35 years. We have trained our people, and our people have reported for duty, brothers and sisters. And they will work alongside a set of mature, serious, and experienced pal reps, and to deliver the goods. The future is not tomorrow. The future is now, brothers and sisters. Not like some political party. The average age of the United Workers' Party is 75 years old, brothers and sisters. The average age. They just elected a leader, Thompson Fontaine. And my good friend Lakia always tell me, don't give me pui. I never give me pui. I speak the truth and nothing but the truth, brothers and sisters. And the first picture I saw of Thompson Fontaine, they took a picture behind an iron gate, brothers and sisters. Behind a prison wall, which is where he's supposed to be in any case, brothers and sisters, together with Jason Fontaine. But brothers and sisters, I'm not going to say more about that right now. But let's look at, they had an opportunity. They had an opportunity to make a young man a leader, just so when Skerrit became leader. And because of their petty tribal partisan politics, they rejected the young man. A young man who the young people would be able to identify with. A young man who could inspire young people. They rejected him and went back to a guy called Thompson Fontaine. We all know about Thompson Fontaine, so I'm not going to promote him. But the first thing after becoming leader of the United Workers' Party that Thompson Fontaine offered the people of Dominica is civil disobedience. You know what that is? That is war, cool wash, fighting. That is what the United Workers' Party is offering in this period to the people of Dominica, civil disobedience. But what do you expect from a bag of coal, ladies and gentlemen? Ça qu'a espéré, hard on sec charbon, poussière. Dust, brothers and sisters. What is the difference between Thompson Fontaine and Lennox Linton? What is the change between Thompson Fontaine and Lennox Linton? What else do you expect from the leadership of Thompson Fontaine that is different from Lennox Linton? Say, Membet. 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 That is what we have, brothers and sisters. But this Dominica Labour Party is giving you 10 youngsters, professionals, artists, engineers, teachers, business people, people involved in charity. That is what we're giving to you, the people of Portsmouth and the people of Dominica. We're giving you the future, and you have to rally with the future. And let us not fool ourselves in Portsmouth. We all have our differences. We all have different style. My style is not Rosalind's style. My style is not Caresa's style. Fenella have her own style. She have her own personality. We were all created in the image and likeness of God, and we have to accept each other as we were created. Not all of us can speak the same language. Not all of us can scream and shout, but all of us have our gift that we inherited. And Fenella is bringing to the Portsmouth constituency talent and our own God-given gift, brothers and sisters. And so, we cannot afford to sacrifice the future of Portsmouth and the future of Dominica because of some personality differences. We have our faults. None of us are perfect, brothers and sisters. He who has no sin, let him cast the first stone. And all of us are sinners. And we have all fallen short of the glory of God. And so we cannot cast judgment. Let us put Fenella to the test, brothers and sisters. And this business about us,
Straight to the top, straight to the top, straight to the top, we were going. Straight to the top, straight to the top, straight to the top, we were going. Straight to the top, straight to the top, straight to the top, we were going.
And I have known Fenella for a very long time. Fenella has made a great contribution, not only in teaching, but in sports and community work. People of Portsmouth, let us not allow ourselves to be distracted. Let us look at the bigger picture. This is not about individuals. This is about the Dominica Labour Party and Roosevelt Skerrit. And when we go to the polls, we're voting for the shoe, brothers and sisters. And let us trust the judgment of Roosevelt Skerrit. Roosevelt Skerrit is human, but he has never made a political mistake in governing this country. And many times we question his judgment, and his judgment have always proven to be correct, brothers and sisters. And this time, his judgment is correct when he decided to give you 10 new candidates, including Fenella Wenham, brothers and sisters. So that foolishness about, oh, I doesn't see her, Oh, she never tell me hello since 1980. So I say, shut. That is stupidness. Labour Party is what is important. The development of this country is what is important. And so I ask you to give Fenella, give the Dominica Labour Party, give Roosevelt Skerrit your fullest and deepest support, brothers and sisters. Fenella will be surrounded by a group of positive men and positive women. We work as a team. We work united, brothers and sisters. We're not like the other side. We're not like them. One set say they're boycotting. The other set say we're running. The next set say let's run independent. That if that is the way they're behaving in opposition, then how will they behave when they get to our treasury, brothers and sisters? How will they behave when they become government, brothers and sisters? And so we must not give them any excuse whatsoever to mash up what we spent 20 years in building for this country, brothers and sisters. You have sacrificed. Your parents have sacrificed. Your children have sacrificed to keep the Labour Party in power. And now is not the time to tinker with the development of Dominica. Now is not the time to ask questions about our leadership. Now is not the time to question ourselves, brothers and sisters, because we have been washed and baptized in the blood of the Dominica Labour Party. So to you, the people of Portsmouth, I want to signal to you, let us not split our votes. Portsmouth is Labour. Portsmouth will always be Labour. So let us all be counted as Labour, brothers and sisters. We need every single vote that we can get. We need it because we want to show them that Labour is still solid and we're solidly standing behind our leader, Roosevelt Skerrit, brothers and sisters. This is not about me. This is not about Ian. We will be there to steer the ship. We'll be there to give advice. But we have to give these young people an opportunity to make their mark and to make their contribution. So you, the people of Portsmouth, tonight is a deciding night for you to decide that you're going to descend on Portsmouth. You're going to go home to home and get the elderly, our seniors, to understand that this Labour Party is the same Labour Party of Edward Oliver Blanc. It's the same Labour Party of Mike Douglas. It's the same Labour Party of Rosie Douglas. It's the same Labour Party of Pierre Charles. But like everything else, we have to grow and we have to move on. We can't be here all the days of our lives. All of us will pass one day and hand over to the younger generation. And politically, this is the time of the younger generation. This is the time for Fenella to show us what she's made of. This is the time for Fenella to oversee the development of Portsmouth. This is time for Fenella to deliver the yacht marina. This is time for Fenella to deliver the administrative building. This is the time for Fenella to ensure the success of the Kempinski Hotel. This is the time for Fenella to ensure that the 1 Mile Agricultural Station does what it has to do. This is the time for Fenella to ensure that the Marriott Hotel is completed. Brothers and sisters, when these projects are continued, we will have no problems in Portsmouth. We'll be able to move from job to job. We'll be able to bring in people to work because there'll be too much work for the people of Portsmouth, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, before I leave, there is no such thing as independent candidate. You don't have no independent candidate. Which government that's going to support you as an independent candidate? What can you bring to Portsmouth as an independent candidate? Where are you going to get the money from to build Portsmouth as an independent candidate? That is a farce. That is a joke. It cannot happen. And the people of Portsmouth should not be fooled by this independent stupidness. If you have your problem, reconcile your problem. If you have your problem, call Ian and talk to Ian. Call me and talk to me. Call Scarrett and talk to Scarrett. But you cannot want to punish a whole tongue because of some personal problem that you have, brothers and sisters.
The party shall not be moved.
So, the choice is clear. In fact, there is no choice. There is only one political party contesting this election in Portsmouth, and that is the Dominica Labour Party. There is only one political leader contesting the tongue of Portsmouth, and that is Roosevelt Scarrett. There is only one person that has a party, a structure, an infrastructure behind her in this election is Fenella Wenham, brothers and sisters. So let us bury our differences. You can still withdraw. IP withdraw from Collier, from St. Joseph. The same IP that told people he will pay their money, their deposit, for them to run independent. He decided to run independent. He withdrew because he realized that there was no room for independent candidates in this election. 2 Kalinagos, 2 UWP went up in the Kalinago territory. 1 withdraw, and many more want to withdraw. But they cannot. Labor! Labor! So one by one, those independent candidates are withdrawing from the race because they realize the only party that can move this country, the only party that has the support of the Dominican people is the Dominica Labour Party. And that's a fact. So, to the people of Portsmouth, well, we don't have election in Cottage because we had no opponent. So that is why you will see our people from Cottage are going all over the country supporting the candidates. They go to Wesley, they go to Pearbush, they go to Roseau, they go to Kalinago territory because our seat is won already.
The party shall not be moved.
And you, the people of Portsmouth, you have a second opportunity. You missed the first opportunity because there should be no damn other candidate in Portsmouth. It's your fault. It's your fault. Why you allow another person to put their name on the ballot box? You made a mistake because you were out there talking about who good, who not good, who you want, who you don't want. This is not about you. It's about the people of Dominica. It's about the Dominica Labour Party. But you have an opportunity to make up for that error that you made. You have an opportunity to fix it. And you can only fix it on election day by saying that you are sorry. By saying that you regret your decision to allow anybody else in the race. You have to say that Fenella is the only candidate. And you have to come out and vote in full force to ensure that Fenella and the Dominica Labour Party win this Portsmouth seat handsomely, brothers and sisters. The responsibility is yours. 1 man can take a horse to the well, but 20 cannot make it drink. I can advise you based on my experience. I can advise you based on my knowledge, but I cannot force you. The decision is yours to make. And wake up on the 7th and see that it on the 6th, on the 7th, and hear that the Dominica Labour Party cannot take the Portsmouth seat. You will not be able to live with yourself, brothers and sisters. The choice is yours. The choice is clear. You have an opportunity to demonstrate that Fenella Wenham is the candidate of choice for the Dominica Labour Party. Fenella is the candidate of choice for Roosevelt Skerrit. Fenella is a candidate of choice for the people of Portsmouth and the Portsmouth constituency. May God bless you. May God bless our leader. May God bless our parliamentarians. May God bless our new candidates. But more importantly, may God bless Fenella Wenham and give her victory at the polls on December 6th. Thank you very much. God bless you. Do the right thing. There is no choice. Labour is still the best choice. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. I owe it all to you. I owe it to you, my people. I owe it all to you. I owe it to you. My victories and my triumphs too. I give it all to you. Thanks to all those who supported me, those who opposed and who challenged me. You forced me to bring out the best in me. Whoa, whoa. I owe it all to you. I owe it to you, my people. In all that I've been through. I owe it to you. Now I have to go. Say goodbye to Calypso, and you is the hardest thing I ever do. I owe it all to you. That's why I wanna say thank you, boy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's the power of the Honorable Reginald Ostry, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my dear friends, we're going to move on. We have a gentleman by the name of Gias, a rising star, ladies and gentlemen. Gias. I have to make sure I pronounce that properly. Gias, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to do a special song for our winning candidate, Fenella Wenham, ladies and gentlemen. Let us put our hands together for Gias.
Yo, you don't know. Big up Miss Wenham. Our next pal rep for Portsmouth. You don't know. Big up yourself one time. Where we going? Who we want? Tell them it's Fino. Tell them, who we voting? Who we want? Tell them, who we voting? Hear that? I tell you when it's time to vote, we voted. We voted. We voted. I tell you when it's time to vote, we voted. We voted. We voted. Just voted. Gantilia. Piccadilly. Safer with Fino. One vote is Fino. We roll is Fino. Tell them it's Fino. Yeah. And if it's up to me, Fino should run the city. So when December reach, you know we lock in the streets. If it's up to me, Scarrow should run the country. So when December reach, sing it, live. Now put your hands up when it's time to vote. We voted. We voted. We voted. I tell you when it's time to vote, we vote in Scarrow. We vote in Scarrow. We vote in Scarrow. I tell you, Massive and your crew, that we voting for the Labour Party. Party. We want to make the country move, so we voting for the Labour Party. What that is Fino. Tibe is Fino. Just strong is Fino. Tell them, safer with Fino. We voting Fino. For jobs we voting Fino. For more we voting Fino. Fino. I tell you, let them talk PM. We voting. All about Labour, they working. Tell them Fenella, we voting. All about Labour, they working. I tell you when it's time to vote, we voting Fino. We voting Fino. I tell you when it's time to vote, we voting Fino. We voting Scarrow. I tell you when it's time to vote, we voting Fino. We voting Fino. We voting Fino. I tell you when it's time to vote, we voting Scaro. We voting Scaro. We voting Scaro. Yeah, John's voting Fino. Gantilia Fino. Zika is Fino. Sefa with Fino. One voting Fino. Picard is Fino. Yo, that's our next partner if you don't know. Put your X up Fino. Fino should run the city. So when December reach, you know we lock in the street. And if it's up to me, Scaro should run the country. So when December reach, you know we lock in the street. I tell you when it's time
of the Portsmouth constituency, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Fenella Wenham, ladies and gentlemen, Fenella Wenham.
Who want Fino? Who we voting? Who we voting? Tell them it's. We want Fino. We need Fino. I tell Fenella, we want Fino. Fenella, we need Fino. Fenella, let's go. Inside it. We tell them when it's time to vote, we voting Fino. We voting Fino. We voting Fino. We tell them when it's time to vote, we voting Scaro. We voting Scaro.
Labor rights. Labor rights. Good evening to all my Labor family. First of all, let us thank God for getting us here safely. I love you too. And as we continue this campaign, let us never forget the people of the East and Southeast as they continue to recover from the effects of the trough system which occurred some weekends ago. They know and we know that our government, the Dominica Labour Party government, is working hard to ensure their recovery and to secure their future. Labor rights. Welcome back to the Portsmouth constituency. The people of Bourne, Dodan, Zikak, Chance, Portsmouth, Posse, Georgetown, Picard, Seabay, and of course, the Jade Patats of Labour, Glanville. The Jade Patats. If you didn't know, now you know. The Jade Patats of Labour. You heard earlier, ladies and gentlemen, that the vine is ready. The vine has produced potatoes. A sweet potato. I am here, ready, ladies and gentlemen. Labor! Not me. Over the last few weeks, I have had the honor, honestly, absolute honor and pleasure of interacting directly with hundreds of you to listen to your concerns, your worries, your hiccups, and suggestions, to hear of your dreams and aspirations. This relationship which we are building will no doubt go beyond this period and this campaign. It will evolve into a level of advocacy and representation on your behalf that will create new meaning in your lives and throughout this community. Indeed, together, we are formulating an ambitious agenda, but an agenda that is quite doable under the leadership of this Dominica Labour Party. It is a Portsmouth agenda. It is a people's agenda, and it is a Dominica agenda. Last week in Qualiho, we spoke on education and the creation of a students' scholarship fund, housing,
and the Future Housing Program, as well as our own ongoing housing projects in this constituency. We also spoke about small businesses and job creation. Tonight, I wish to engage you on some of the other plans I have for this constituency. We have to be adaptable. We have to be able to adapt in an ever-changing sporting environment. I remember growing up right here as a young girl and seeing cricket and football being played on the dirt road here in this village. Today, this is a rest site. We have good roads and no cricket. It means we have to reignite and we have to reset this passion for sports among our youth from the earliest ages. As your representative, I will work with all the stakeholders in an effort to ensure that our athletes in every corner of this constituency are exposed to enhanced structures and programs to maximize their growth and potential in their chosen sport. After all, I am not the Secretary General of the Dominica Olympic Committee for a joke. Can never be. Label! We are right next to the Geese Park, the Glanvilla playing field, the Glanvilla Park. This is a playing field where many of the top sports people from our area learned their craft and developed their game in various disciplines. The likes of Kevin James, Denick Luke, Kimani Thomas, a national goalkeeper. We will have to work together. We will have to work together to see that this field is upgraded. Let me hear you say upgraded. Upgraded. We need to work together to upgrade this Glanvilla Park. It's time to see the return of school cricket and football right here in Geese Park. This park can be upgraded to a top-class field where the Dominica Cricket Association and the Dominica Football Association can host national tournaments. Labor rights. Does this sound like a plan? And you can count on me to get this going. We can also speak of the need to continue to improve the hard courts at the Benjamin's Park. That is something that I am committed to, and I assure you tonight that I will consult with the key stakeholders, and we, yes, we will formulate a plan to ensure the field is returned to its very best. We need to continue to improve our facilities at the Benjamin's Park. Label! Label!
You can talk and make your noise. Labour's still the best choice.
Labor rights. Let's talk. Let's talk about the tourism industry. We have to develop our tourism products in this constituency. We boast of the Indian River, where roughly 40 tour guides ply their trade. And guess what? I've already met with some of them and will continue to meet them to further discuss ways we can improve the visitor experience. I can tell you, at one of our meetings, we discussed the security of the Indian River facility, equipment, maintenance, and the need for an umbrella body under which the tour guides can operate. We also talked about how we can make the facility more user-friendly. Labor rights. At that meeting, we identified several measures to solve existing issues, and these will be a priority for me as your parliamentary representative. As a matter of fact, the lights have already been ordered to secure our Indian River products. There are other upgrades we would like to see at the Indian River, but more in-depth discussion is needed to ensure benefits for everyone involved. Not one, not two, everybody. Because in labor, all. Because in labor, all. That's right. Laborites, I know you with me. Let me hear you.
Still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise. Labor still the best choice. Scream until you lose your
I see our beaches as an important part of the tourism product moving forward. Upgrades and new features along our beaches can contribute to increased nightlife and stimulate local economic activity. We will talk more about our plans in this regard, and I will solicit your views as we meet with you in our nightly block meetings. Labor rights. Under this Dominica Labour Party administration, Portsmouth is on track for major developments in the next term. I am referring, for example, to the commencement of classes at the American Canadian Medical School, which replaces Ross University. We are looking forward to the rapid growth of this institution because so many of your small businesses stand to benefit, not to mention the opportunities for home rental and other support services. You heard what I just said? A medical school is coming. A new medical school is coming. Labor rights.
labor still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise. Labor still the best choice.
In the past year, we saw the creation of employment opportunities for many of our young people in the north with the opening of a Clay Harbor call center in Picard. As your parliamentary representative, I will work hard to identify even more of these opportunities for you to access jobs and achieve your ambitions for better lives. All you don't hear? Clay Harbor is expanding jobs, 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 my people. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, not far from here, the international airport is going up. I urge you to prepare yourselves for the many positions that will open up for technical and maintenance staff, food handling and preparation, transportation, the taxi drivers, and a host of other jobs. The new administrative building is coming. We have already started the decentralization of government services. We now have the opportunity to obtain our driver's license test in Portsmouth, and we are looking forward to having smaller but more important things like having our cards printed right here instead of having to make that long trip down to town. And I know the people of this constituency are looking forward to the construction of the new administrative building where more of these critical services will be provided. Our passports, our birth certificates, marriage certificates, and others. My people, my dear people, the plans are there, and I will walk the talk. But I want to walk with you. I want you to walk with me to ensure these things come to our beloved constituency. Labor! Constituents, we will get things done together. Remember, you can count on me. Throughout this community, and indeed the entire constituency, and throughout Dominica, we are 8 days away from making history together. We ask for your votes on December 6th while taking nothing for granted. Laborites, Dominicans, people and constituents of the Portsmouth constituency, Your vote is an endorsement of the plans and programs of Labour and of this broad vision for the dynamic Dominica we are building. Everyone must come together and play their part, and it starts with that important vote on December 6th. Given Labour's history of delivery, Chance Land and Housing Project, Georgetown Development and Health Center, the lighting of the Benjamin Park, to name a few, given the team it has put together in this election, and given the vision for the future, there is no doubt that Labour is still the best choice. Labour is still the best choice. Let's remain focused. Let's keep the faith. And let's move forward together with one positive agenda for Dominica. Labour! Labour! Labour!
We shall not be no left like a tree. Separated by the waters. Labour Party shall not be.
Labour! You heard it from our winning candidate. The plans, ladies and gentlemen, and the programs for the Portsmouth constituency. Labour! Who we voting on election day? Who are we voting on election day? Me and me neighbor we voting for? And everybody is poto. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, we are right on time. My next speaker and my final speaker for the night, ladies and gentlemen, is a very good friend of mine. He's a brother. He's a comrade, ladies and gentlemen. He is one of the gentlemen who gave me a big crown in 2010, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he is a man who sacrificed 22 years of his life serving this constituency, ladies and gentlemen. He has laid a solid foundation and paved the way so that our winning candidate, Fenella Wenham, can move smoothly, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman is a very strong orator with impeccable diction, ladies and gentlemen. Let us put our hands together and welcome with a strong round of applause the Honorable Ian Douglas, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Douglas.
Labour. Good evening. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me say good night to the senior minister and all of my other colleague ministers present, and to the candidates of the Dominica Labour Party, especially the candidate for the Portsmouth constituency, Fenella Wenham. Good evening. Good evening to the people of Portsmouth and all of those who have come to support us from the neighboring constituencies. You know, I feel that Portsmouth should have been in the category of seats where there was no contest in this election, brothers and sisters. That is where we should have been. This constituency should have been the first constituency to have been declared for the Dominica Labour Party on nomination day. But be that as it may, brothers and sisters, that is not the case. But first and foremost, I want to stand here to let you know that Fenella Wenham is my recommendation, and I endorse Fenella Wenham as the candidate for the Portsmouth constituency. So let us get that clear, brothers and sisters. Let us consolidate. Let us come together. I want to speak to the people of Portsmouth tonight. That we have fought too long and too hard. We have sacrificed too much, brothers and sisters, to be in that state of flux that we are in now. Let us close ranks. Let us unite for the sake of Portsmouth. If there is anything that you know about me since I have been in politics, even before I was your parliamentary representative, that I have put Portsmouth first, brothers and sisters. I have put the Dominica Labour Party first. That's what you know about me. And that is what I want to be our mantra, brothers and sisters. The world is looking at this election. The rest of Dominica is looking at us. Other constituencies have taken their cue from the Portsmouth constituency. In 1980, there were only 2 constituencies who stayed with the Democratic Labour Party. The Labour Party was split in 3 pieces in Portsmouth in 1980 when we ran. And so was it split all over Dominica. And that caused the Dominica Freedom Party to win election and to run the country for the next 15 years, brothers and sisters. Then came the United Workers' Party and took away 5 seats from the Dominica Labour Party. We got another 5 seats in that election in 1995 when we were supposed to form government, brothers and sisters. We have the lessons of history to teach us that united we stand, but divided we fall, brothers and sisters. We have a candidate that is caring, competent, and capable. We have a young woman who has served her community very well, extremely well, with distinction. She has been in every single social club in the town and in the constituency. From Red Cross, brothers and sisters, to involvement in Glanvilla, involvement with the youth, involvement with our students. Fenella has served, brothers and sisters. There is absolutely no reason why nobody going to the polls on December the 6th in the Portsmouth constituency should not vote for Fenella Wenham, brothers and sisters. That is where our support should go. Labour has served us well in this constituency. The Dominica Labour Party have served the people of Portsmouth well, brothers and sisters. The first thing we did when we came to power, we spent $1 million upgrading the Benjamin's Park, draining the Benjamin's Park. The Dominica Labour Party did that for you. Look at Benjamin's Park today. We lighted up the park. We put the stands in the park, the cricket pavilion in the park. One of the only indoor cricket playing facilities today in the Caribbean is built in the Benjamin's Park, brothers and sisters. And there is more to come, brothers and sisters. That is what the Dominica Labour Party have done for you. Do you remember? And the PM mentioned it, and Fidela mentioned it. All our roads in Portsmouth, especially in Glanvilla here, before the Labour Party came to office in 2000, was dirt roads, brothers and sisters. And the Dominica Labour Party paved every single road throughout the constituency. From Chance coming back to Glanvilla, brothers and sisters. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. We didn't have a fisheries complex and a wharf to talk about. You know, it was the old ruins opposite Matt Johnson that was there in Portsmouth when we came to power. Look at the infrastructure, the fisheries infrastructure that we have put down. And we have fishermen here in our constituency who go out and earn a decent living. Portsmouth have the biggest fish catch in Dominica today because of the Portsmouth Fisheries Complex. That is what the Dominica Labour Party have done for you, the brothers and sisters of Portsmouth. Remember that. When we were growing up, Hurricane David brought the first set of old steel hulls on the shore. Humility was wrecked next to the market. Then Taylor was wrecked next to the police station. Oscar Flow was wrecked next to the Borough Square. The last of 9 boats that was wrecked was a trawler that was wrecked in the mouth of the Indian River. 9 boats, 9 wrecks on our seashore. Looking ugly, brothers and sisters. It is the Dominica Labour Party who removed all of those old wrecks from the Portsmouth bayfront, brothers and sisters. That is what the Dominica Labour Party have done for you. Look at Chance. I believe it was Fenella who mentioned Chance. Chance was a place that people used to go for guava and mango in Chance, brothers and sisters. Look at what Chance is today because of the Dominica Labour Party. We have housing developments. The land at Chance was given to all of the residents of Chance at $1 a square foot, brothers and sisters. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. Mano told you when he spoke that E.O. Libla repossessed the Glanvilla land from Geese Industries and gave it to the Glanvilla people at $500 a square foot in Glanvilla. That is the work that we have continued. A lot. $500 a lot in Glanvilla. So all of the families you see who have lots in Glanvilla now, that is why Glanvilla have always supported the Dominica Labour Party. Portsmouth and Glanvilla started voting Labour since E.O. Libla, brothers and sisters. Since E.O. Libla in 1961, Portsmouth has been voting for the Dominica Labour Party. And Portsmouth in 2022 will continue to vote for the Dominica Labour Party and Fenella Wenham, brothers and sisters. Election is serious business. Election is about our future. Election is about the future of our children. Election is about our future development, brothers and sisters. Look at how long we have heard about the Shanklin and Cox report that came down to look at the tourism potential of the Cabritz area. That report, brothers and sisters, was done way back in the 1950s, maybe 1951 or 52, which recommended hotels in the Cabritz area. All governments passed. Governments from Eugenia to Edison. And it is only now that the Dominica Labour Party have built the first 5-star hotel right here in Bell Hall called the Kempinski Hotel. 2 more 5-star hotels is going on. One is being expanded called the Secret Bay. Secret Bay is moving from 5 villas to 42 villas, brothers and sisters, to create additional employment for the people of this constituency. And before you get to Secret Bay, we have the Anichi Hotel, which will be branded by Marriott. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party in the Portsmouth constituency, brothers and sisters. The Indian River development, the Indian River Tourist Reception Facility was built by us, the Dominica Labour Party. The Indian River Trail to walk up to the Indian River was done by us here in this constituency, by the Dominica Labour Party. The WAF and PAYS, I have worked with the Portsmouth Association of Yacht Safety and Security, formerly known as the Jetty Boys. Look at how they have improved their trade. Look at how yachting has been boosted in the Lago area, generating employment for all our yachties and our boys down at the Indian River and the Purple Turtle, brothers and sisters. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. Clare Harbour is now employing 300 people right there in Picard, with an additional 500 to come in the next year. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party. Next year, the new university, the US-Canadian University of Dominica, will replace Ross, brothers and sisters, will open its doors to create more employment for us here in the Portsmouth constituency and in Dominica. That is the work of us, the Dominica Labour Party, brothers and sisters.
Labour still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise. Labour still the best.
The diagnostic center at the Portsmouth Hospital was done by us for $27 million. And in the next term, we will see a brand new hospital being built to replace the one that is there right now, so that they can tag up with the new university, so that the professors come in, can practice their specialties right here at the Portsmouth Hospital. So we know it's not time to be second-guessing the Dominica Labour Party. The 1 Mile Agricultural Center will be the first of its kind in the OECS, brothers and sisters. Top-class agricultural center funded by the People's Republic of China, brothers and sisters. That is the work of the Dominica Labour Party right here in the Portsmouth constituency. You remember what the constituency looked like the morning after Hurricane Maria. I could stand right here in Glanville and I could see Grange and the Portsmouth Hospital clear, because everything was destroyed. Every roof in Portsmouth was destroyed. People lost their homes, brothers and sisters. Look at the town today. Look at how we have bounced back after Maria. All roofs covered, all homes repaired. Not a cent spent, brothers and sisters. The Dominica Labour Party did that. We built 72 apartments in Georgetown, brothers and sisters. And you know, yours truly, Ian Douglas, stood up for the people of Glanville and Georgetown. I stood up for you, brothers and sisters. That is what sacrifice is all about. That is what love for people is all about. And that is what Fenella embodies, brothers and sisters. She is the candidate to continue the work that I have started in the constituency. She is competent, caring, and capable. And she can do it, brothers and sisters. She can do it. Don't get confused. Let us not divide ourselves. There is only one choice in this election, brothers and sisters. And that is Fenella Wenham. For years, we stood in opposition with the Dominica Labour Party in the hope that one day our party will be in government. We struggled with Mike. Mike died. He didn't see the promised land. Rosie took over. Rosie gave his life for this constituency and enough. And when he took us to the promised land, he wasn't there to enjoy it with us. He died in the service of his people, brothers and sisters. I was out of Dominica. I left to take up residence in Miami. I came back to Dominica for the funeral of Rosie. And you remember in the cinema, in RBD cinema, we had a meeting. 8 of us wanted to run for Labour in the constituency. But the people decided that they want me to run. I closed down my legal practice and I make the sacrifice. And I do not regret one day serving my people in the Portsmouth constituency.
Shall not be moved.
And if I have to do it again, I'll do it all over again just for you. And when people heard that I was moving on, brothers and sisters, all kind of rumors that did fly in. Oh, they fire me, they fire Reggie. We vex, Blackmore this, that, Blackmore vex. No, brothers and sisters. And when they saw us on the platform at Windsor Park, they didn't know what to say. Because we believe in the Dominica Labour Party. And we have to make way for new talents, new energies, young people. Come and make your contribution and open the way so that other people can make their contribution. I lay the foundation, and it is upon my shoulders that Fenella stands. It is upon my shoulder that she will stand, because I will be there with her to guide her and to direct her and to give her the support and to give her the direction. Fenella is my little sister. Fenella is not my biological sister, but Fenella's mother, Cynthia, worked in the restaurant for my father. So I see Fenella born. I see Fenella as a baby. I grew up with Fenella. Fenella was in my LYO from 2000 when I ran elections after Rosie died. Fenella has been there working with us politically. She knows the ropes. She's a firm person. She has a vision and she loves Portsmouth. And together, collectively, we are going to ensure that the future of Portsmouth is brighter, bigger, and better, brothers and sisters.
Labour's still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise.
So I call on all of us from Portsmouth tonight. Let us put all these ramblings and all these rumblings to rest. And let us come together for the benefit of our constituency. There is no choice. No independent candidate cannot help us in Portsmouth. No independent candidate cannot help anybody anywhere, because the Dominica Labour Party will win the next elections. Labour Party have 6 seats already that have been declared for the party. And Portsmouth haven't been called yet. Grand Bay haven't been called yet. Soufriere haven't been called yet. Roseau Central haven't been called yet. Kalinago Territory haven't been called yet. All of those seats that I've called for you are must-win seats for the Dominica Labour Party. So Labour Party will form the next government in this country, brothers and sisters.
Labour's still the best choice. You can talk and make your noise. Labour's still the best choice.
And we have work to continue in the constituency. Fenella have work to continue. The administrative building, all of the plans are drawn already. A contractor has been selected already. A contractor from Portsmouth will construct the administrative building. The funding has been secured already. So we don't have to go to Roseau to get inland revenue and income tax and immigration and education department and put our new magistrate court, our new food court, our new community center, brothers and sisters, a new office for the town council, the mayor, and the new parliamentary representative for the Portsmouth constituency, right in that administrative building. And the only party that can bring that development to Portsmouth is the Dominica Labour Party, brothers and sisters. Let us vote in our interests. Put our little petty differences aside and come together. You know me. You know me. I am an eternal peacemaker. Everything about me, I want to bring people together. I am not about fighting and about wrangling. That is why I could step aside and raise a young person up. Because I believe I have done my time, I have made my contribution. I want the party to continue to breed fresh blood, fresh energy, fresh talent. Because that is what we're all about, brothers and sisters. So to get that administrative building built, it must be the Dominica Labour Party in power. We told you about the medical school. They are here already making renovations to the campus to start classes next year, brothers and sisters. The hard courts that we have spoken about in the Benjamin's Park, the Prime Minister spoke about it tonight. A covered hard court, better than what you see in Massac. These are the plans on the cards for the next term of the Dominica Labour Party, brothers and sisters. I've told you about the new Portsmouth Hospital, the new marina, the same company that helped us to develop the Kempinski Hotel. They did the Kempinski Hotel, so they will be doing the yacht marina in the Cabris area to create jobs for us here in the Portsmouth constituency.
The party shall not be over.
Brothers and sisters, we have 6 more days, 6 or 7 more days to go. And those 7 days is about consolidation. All of us sitting on the side and sitting on the fence, we cannot afford to make that mistake. All of the problems we think we have now, all of the little issues we feel we have now, if we go and make a retaliation vote from the 7th of December 2022 to 2028, 5 years is a long time to regret a mistake, brothers and sisters. 5 years is a long time to regret a mistake. So let us make the right choice. Portsmouth, let us come together. Let us be focused. Let us be united, brothers and sisters. And let us be resolute in our resolve to vote Fenella Wenham on the 6th of December 2022, brothers and sisters. We have work to do. We have a lot of work to do. The plans are there, brothers and sisters. Glanville have a lot of work for us to do, brothers and sisters. The Gis Park have to be further developed. We have more drains and roads and housing, brothers and sisters, to do in Glanville. We have more industrial development to bring to the Georgetown and the Pickard area. We have more apartments to build in the Georgetown area, brothers and sisters. We have more development to bring to the Bayfront. We have more development to bring to Longhouse Wharf, brothers and sisters. All of the vision for the development of Portsmouth is there. We have the plans. You have seen what we have done for you, brothers and sisters. Put your trust in the Dominica Labour Party. The things that divide us are not as big as those that unite us. So I want us to come together tonight. I'm calling out to all of us, all the citizens, all the residents of the Portsmouth constituency. There is no question in this campaign. You have a candidate with a proven track record of service to her community and to her fellow men. Put your trust in her. Glanville, let us go out on the 6th of December and vote overwhelmingly for Fenella Wenham. Dodan is on board. Bon is on board. Zikak and Chance is on board, brothers and sisters. Portsmouth Central is on board. And I know Glanville is the anchor of the seat, brothers and sisters. Glanville is the anchor of the constituency. So let us make no joke about it. Make sure we go to the polls early. Make sure every single person goes out to vote, brothers and sisters, because we want to send a statement to the rest of the country and to the world at large that democracy is alive and well in the Commonwealth of Dominica. that the Dominica Labour Party is rooted in Portsmouth, brothers and sisters. And Dominica Labour Party, the northern constituencies, is the bedrock of the Dominica Labour Party, brothers and sisters. Bedrock. So I wanted my message to be sober to you tonight. I wanted my message to be somber to you tonight. I wanted my message to be serious to you tonight. I wanted my message to be contemplative to you tonight. I am happy that you listen to me well. Put our hands and our hearts together. The future of Portsmouth and Dominica depends on what you do on the 6th of December, brothers and sisters. Place your future in the hands of Roosevelt Skerrit. He has never let us down before. He came in when United Workers' Party had wrecked the country and he put the economy back together again. Before he was finished doing that, there was the world financial crisis in 2007. He took us through that, brothers and sisters, and we came out with flying colors. Before we were finished with that, Tropical Storm Erica devastated Petit Savan and Bagatelle area. And look at how he has rebuilt a whole village in Bellevue-Chopin, brothers and sisters. Look at what the man has done. I share Medida Ibla, brothers and sisters. Look at the kind of housing that we have built free of charge for our people, brothers and sisters. You remember how the country was after Hurricane Maria. Everybody said that it would take us 20 years to rebuild Dominica. Look at Dominica today. Look at our country today. Look at our constituency today. Look at our tongue today. Look at your communities today. And tell me, Labour Party has not worked and served you, the people, brothers and sisters. If Roosevelt Skerrit could deliver the stadium, brothers and sisters, if he could deliver the Dominica State College, if he could deliver the West Coast Road, if he could deliver the State House, brothers and sisters, he can deliver the international airport, brothers and sisters.
Shall not be moved.
If Roosevelt Skerrit could deliver the Kempinski Hotel, brothers and sisters, if he could deliver the Jungle Bay, brothers and sisters, if he could deliver the hotel in Salisbury, brothers and sisters, if he could build the Anichi that is being built right now, he will deliver the geothermal energy, brothers and sisters. And geothermal energy will cause us to have cheaper light bills, brothers and sisters. UWP sold Domlec, Roosevelt Skerrit bought it back. UWP mortgaged the country in Trinidad. Roosevelt Skerrit brought it back, brothers and sisters. UWP, Kool-Aid, 8 Bank, and NBD, brothers and sisters. Roosevelt Skerrit brought it back. That is what this government is doing for you. And Portsmouth people, let us unite. Let us support the party that has supported us. Let us support the government that has supported us. Let us support the Prime Minister that has supported us. And let us support the candidate that has been there with us all her life. And now she's continuing her sacrifice to serve you. So brothers and sisters, I want to thank you for coming out to support us at this public meeting. I want to wish you well as you drive back to your homes. And I want to say to Portsmouth, I love you. And I thank you for all the support that you have given me throughout the years. And I will continue to serve you in a different capacity. I am from Portsmouth. Fenella is from Portsmouth. We are all from Portsmouth. All of the people that have worked with me throughout the years, let us come out and work with Fenella so we can see a better Portsmouth, brothers and sisters. Forward ever. Forward ever. Forward ever. Thank you very much, and I love you very much.
If I had a chance to live my life again, without pretending, I would tell you plain. I've made a lot of mistakes in this life. I would like to change. that I hold dear to. One is being born and raised in this country. For no other place on earth wouldn't do for me. It's not to say that all is rosy. We have problems and we are poor. But generally speaking, we are an easy-going people, free and clean. I hold you very close to my heart. Some of you, my dearest, I cannot part. I think of you everywhere I go. I always long to come back you. When your other children will forsake you, I will always stand up for my truth. Oh, I am your knight in shining armor. I remain your true ambassador. Sweet Dominica, you know how I care. Your humble servant I'll remain. And stand by your side to song or rain. Sometimes the things I hear does make me want to hide from the very children, those who have no pride. For instead of helping out, hear them criticize. But try as I may, I cannot lose my feet. Because Dominica, you're my rightful place. And if I deny your complete, who but me I display? There are those among us who are bent on destroying, but they must be disciplined. I can forgive those who are crazy, but not them who are lazy, they bring shame on we. I hold you very close to my heart. From you, my dearest, I cannot part. I think of you everywhere I go. I always long to come back you. When your other children will forsake you, I will always stand up for my truth. I am your knight in shining armor. I remain your true ambassador.